Hi, this is Joe Mitchell, YourHarvardAttorney.com, and I am continuing the How to Get a Pardon series. And this particular thing deals with Section 4, which has to do with other records that aren't exactly related to the pardon. So today we're going to talk about what you need to provide to the Pardon Board regarding other things, basically juvenile and other adult convictions that are not part of the pardon process, as well as traffic citations. So let's get started. So I'm going to shrink myself down here so that you can see this. This is part of the pardon application, and it talks about Section 4, adult criminal information and additional criminal information and driver history. So they want you to list your juvenile charges. We're right now we're asking the board to let go of this particular requirement because it's very difficult sometimes for people to remember, especially if they're older, to remember their juvenile records. And then it's also very difficult to get your juvenile record, to get the actual juvenile record and what the charges were and what the sentence was if you can't remember it. So here they say, list any juvenile charges, adjudications of delinquency, or charges which resulted in a consent decree to the best of your recollection. So you might not even know what an adjudication of delinquency is. It just means that you were either placed in a facility or you were placed on probation for something, and consent decree is similar. So the key words here are to the best of your recollection. So if you know that you had some juvenile charges, to the best of your recollection, put them down here. Okay? Then list any adult charges not included in your clemency request. So in many, many cases, you want to ask for a total pardon for all of your criminal charges. However, if you have criminal charges that happened in another state, you're not going to be eligible to get a pardon for those charges. If you had federal charges, you're not going to be able to get a pardon for those charges. So you need to put them down so that they know that there are other charges that you have incurred. And hopefully, I mean, the whole idea, of course, with a pardon is that these charges have gone away, that you have changed, these charges are in the past, and that they are no longer a factor in your behavior. So you need to list these things. Finally, traffic citations. Let's go to the place in the application, which is Chapter 4, or Section 4, I'm sorry, where you need to list these things. So you need to list the date of it. This is for the juvenile charges, date of incident, county, offense, whether you were adjudicated delinquent, which means basically whether you were found guilty and there wasn't an ARD or a provisional clause. You were found guilty. And then the disposition and the sentence. And same thing with adult charges here, date of incident. Now these you really do need to put the actual stuff, not just what you remember. You need to put the actual offense, the actual disposition, federal or state, what state, etc. And then traffic citations, these are only outside of Pennsylvania because they can get the traffic citations which are inside of Pennsylvania without any problem. You need to put the date of citation, what state they were in, the offense, fines, points, suspensions. And anything that you have incurred in terms of traffic. Now these are moving violations. This is not a traffic ticket for a parking violation when you were in DC. These are moving violations that you received in other states. So that is the conclusion of Section 4. But this is an important section as well. You want to put, and of course there's one other thing here. You are not required to list charges that were expunged. So if these charges are no longer on your record and they have been expunged, then you don't need to list them. So that's it. Again, if you have any questions, there's information down below here as to how to contact Pulse or contact myself. So thank you very much, and I hope that you make sure that you get Section 4 completely filled out, because that's an important piece. Every piece of this pardon application is important that you fill it out properly. Thank you. Have a great day.